on the telephone from Vancouver, Canada, we have Markus Frind. Markus, are you there?
I'm here.
Well, thank you very much for calling in.
That's funny,
thank you for
Markus.
having me.
It's like a mugshot, except that your number is like $900,000. We got that one picture that's circulated everywhere in the world, which is your face holding up the Google check. But hey, we'll talk about that in a little bit, man. Wow, congratulations. What a huge success. How did it happen?
It happened by accident. It happened by accident. I just wanted to create a site where I could learn ASP.NET, and I built this site, and all of a sudden it started taking off.
Well, what made you decide to create Plenty of Fish is a free dating service website? How did you start getting pictures? I mean, I know it's only been 3 or 4 years in the making, but how did that happen?
Well, I was joining all these .com companies that were going under every 6 months. So I figured I could create a dating site because it had all the attributes that I wanted to learn. Like I could create profiles, have a membership login thing. Like creating any other kind of site is pretty simple. Like you don't learn much.
Right. I
got to tell you though, what an interesting payoff for your desire to gain more knowledge about something, right, and make yourself better for the next job. You actually created yourself something where you're going to employ people. How cool is that?
It's kind of bizarre.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Well, how old are you, Markus?
I'm 29 now.
So you're very, very young, and Plenty of Fish is billed as one of the largest websites in the world. Where's your server? I mean, tell us the ins and outs of it.
My servers are located just down the street. I'm serving 1 billion pages a month, so I need a nice hosting facility.
But as billed as one of the largest websites in the world, you surely have 150 employees.
Yeah, where your corporate office is located with all of the 9 floors of employees and all the parking and the lunchroom and all the conference rooms and the Learjet and all that. Where's all that located?
I have no employees or anything. I just work from home.
See, I think that's great. I mean,
you got to be kidding me. That is another amazing thing too. We keep asking these questions in sarcasm because we know the answers, but again, it always boils back down to holy camole, man. That is really cool.
Yeah, I love it. It rocks.
Well, for people who are not internet savvy, how does Plenty of Fish? How do you make money from that? There was a story about Google and sending you a check. Can you share that story with us and then tell us how you actually make money on it?
What happens is I have millions and millions of people who come to the site every month, and then there's these little banner ads that are provided by Google or other companies. And when people click on them, I get some money. Or other companies just pay for the privilege of displaying their banner ads, and I get a cut of that as well. So I nickel and dime my way up into big amounts. And
then you got a check, and then what happened?
Oh, I got a check, and it actually bounced at the bank because of the limit, or it was too much money to deposit.
So how did they fix it?
The 2 banks had to negotiate and then they raised their limit. It was something to do with international wire transfers. There was a fixed limit on the account I had, or Google, or something like that.
When you were carrying the check down to the bank, did you already have some of it spent and really needed to get that deposit in there before something happened by 2 o'clock on Friday?
No, it was just money that I put in the account. There was no. I have a lot of money just sitting there. I don't actually spend a heck of a lot of it. So
well, you got an
employee. It was pretty funny when I deposited the check. Everyone's just like looking at me in the bank, like, "Is this for real?"
Yeah, it's like one of those Publishers Clearinghouses checks that I get in the mail every now and then. But I've gone down to the bank before and cashed them, but they don't take them either, though. It's crazy.
Well, why do you think your site is so successful? I mean, it's just everybody need a date so bad that they're looking for free dating services, or why do you think it has become so popular?
Well, basically, my site is the only free site. For every other site that you go to, you end up paying $30, $40 a month, and people like free.
Well, when you talk about free, and it's the only free site out there, and your competition is $30, $40 a month, that's an easy marketing plan right there. Of course it is. I'm free, you're $40. You get the same service, and you get. You've done something with algorithms, number one, with the way the search engine kind of searches for that little bit of dirtiness in everybody, but also how have you marketed it? How did you get it out there? How did this explode? How did it virally explode?
It exploded started in Canada first, and it just took over the market, and then it just sort of crept into other markets like the UK and the US, and it just steadily just kept going. It was basically, in Canada, there was only one major paid dating site, and there was nothing else. In the States, there was 10 sites, and most of the major paid sites spent $10 million a month on advertising. So...
Well, talk to us a little bit. How much time does it take you to monitor, or for tech support, or for whatever else you need on your website? How many hours a day do you spend there? Are you working 14 hours a day, sleeping 3 hours?
It's an hour or two a day, depending on how long I feel like working on it.
It's an hour or two a day. Now,
that's amazing.
You have a girlfriend, if you don't mind me getting personal. Did you meet her on your website?
No, I met her before at the company I was working at.
Aha. So, what do you think the attraction is? How do you think somebody just, emailed your link to somebody else, to somebody else, to somebody else, that it grew exponentially, virally through the internet, or have you ever done
definitely
anything?
Not.
Oh, definitely not.
I think it was more offline. So, with people on the weekends talk, oh, look how I met on Plenty of Fish, blah blah blah. Sort of the same way Facebook spreads.
And you're quite a star now. I mean, we've seen you on the Today Show. You're globally on our show. How is a 29-year-old kid, basically, how are you dealing with all that attention, and how have you changed because of it?
Well, it's not as big as it sounds. I mean, every now and then someone comes to my house, films me a little bit. No one recognizes me on the street. I doubt anyone in my apartment building even knows who I am.
Yeah, they're just wondering why those cameras are going up there every now and then, right?
Yeah.
That's probably another site. So I was thinking, you need to tell us what you plan on doing next. Are you doing plenty of sharks, plenty of fish? There's plenty more fish out there, or are you just going to continue on status quo? Because in this world that we live in, things need to morph. Things always need to continue to change. What's your plans to stay up with what's going on?
He's going to retire. No, I'm sorry.
It's going to double in size in the next year, and basically anything else I start could never compare to the growth or the revenue potential. So I'll just keep doing this until I'm bored.
Oh.
And then what?
There you go.
Don't know yet.
Retire to some island? I don't know.
That sounds cool.
I think that's great. If you had to break it down daily, if you can, how much do you think you're making every day on just the ad space that you offer?
Oh, it's well over 10,000 a day.
I
don't want to get too specific.
Yeah, no.
I think don't need more competitors.
No. For a free site, I think that's great. I mean, you had the notoriety because of that check. I mean, were you famous before that check incident?
It depends. In certain circles, yeah, but in the general mainstream, not really.
No, but you were. I mean, that check just happens to be an obscurely large one. There was lots of nice ones. There was lots of nice ones prior to that big one, right?
Oh, yeah. But the thing was, even when I put out the check, no one believed it was real. It wasn't until a few months ago when Google confirmed it was real that people were like, wow.
Oh, so it took them a while to actually to cough up the money then, huh?
No, to say it was real in order to confirm
but they
he was holding a check up that was real.
Well, no, I know that. But, I mean, how long did it take from your bank to their bank to actually get the money into your bank?
Didn't take that long. The problem is that all international when you cash a check here, it's held for 20 business days. So I try to get everything over to wire transfer real fast.
Yeah. Wow. This
Well, congratulations to you. That's awesome, and what you're doing is it's a wonderful service too that he's offering. So I think that's great.
How is it? Real quick in like 20, 30 seconds? How do you monitor it? How do you keep this? The questionable stuff off of the site?
Algorithms.
Really?
Huh.
Just same way Google searches the internet and has all these algorithms that compile useful data.
No kidding.
He's really smart.
And that's something that you learned how to do so that you could maybe get a job in the future sometime?
Well, as the site was growing and was starting to make a lot of money, I was like, oh my God, I have to keep this, working. So I would just automate little pieces at a time.
Right.
And eventually just built up into something big.
Wow.
I think that's right. Congratulations, Markus. You're doing a wonderful
Markus,
job.
I got to tell you, congratulations. You're an inspiration for a lot of people.